Hi folks, and welcome back for more of Let's Play the Pandora Directive. If you recall, we had just managed to assemble this little threatening note, so we're going to take a look at it.
Yeah. Emily Stalker was careful not to leave anything traceable on this note. The only distinctive thing about it is the black arrow symbol.
Yep, I'm watching you. I take pictures. Be afraid. And that's the note she got. That's the note she's got scared of. So, well, now what do? There isn't a whole lot we can do at this point in time. I mean, we can go around and look at everything. But there's one interesting character we haven't met yet. And he was in the last game. This is a new character. I just want to go to the street, travel to... Am I hitting the right button? Okay, let's look at this.
A sermon on the joys of not eating meat, to be delivered by Reverend Gary. Okay.
Reverend Gary. You take a look behind the Golden Gate Hotel. Well, this, if you haven't guessed, is the Golden Gate Hotel, if you don't remember. So behind the Golden Gate Hotel, there's a person named Gary delivering sermons on vegetarianism. Maybe even as much as veganism.
This gate opens up to the alley behind the golden...
Yes, it does. So let's go talk to Gary. I mean, we could have talked to him in day 2, but there's our man right there.
And he proclaimed in a mighty voice, "Woe be unto ye, eaters of flesh! Cursed are those who partake of the sausage patties and links and sizzling bacon.
Sausage.
Cry for
Bacon.
forgiveness, ye ingestors of honey-baked ham and all other manner of breakfast."
Dude's making me hungry. Anyway, let's do what we always do before we talk to somebody, because, once again, there is a nice guy route. Oh, darn it. Cancel. I hit the wrong button, didn't I? I did save. There's a nice guy route to take with him, and there's a not so nice guy route.
I've heard about Crazy Gary, but we've never formally met. He appears occasionally in some nook of Chandler Avenue, ranting wildly like a space-age Moses strung out on Demerol and bad scotch.
And they cried out to him, saying, "But these are turkey-based products. They will not harm us." And he said unto them, "Yea, though turkey is the least of these, nonetheless a plague be upon thee and thy intestine."
He'll have various things to say.
"You, no, not you, the one in the
But
hat.
they call him Crazy
Have
Gary
you
for a
not
reason.
come to be healed?"
Now, we could be nice or we could be mean. We will be nice in a second. But for now, we are going to be, a jerk.
No, we've already covered that in obedience school.
Not that kind of healed. I speak of the vile grub that rots within your digestive tract.
So I ate 3 chili cheese dogs today for lunch. I don't see that's any of your business.
The lunch of the damned, those who worship at the altar of beef, veal, and poultry shall reap the vengeance of atherosclerosis.
I'm not sure that's what we're going to, contract if we eat
I'll never
meat.
die of that. My liver will never last that long.
Ah, then you too are an imbiber of the blessed potations.
Although he does like his
Which
alcohol,
do you
apparently.
prefer, rum or vodka?
Bourbon, actually.
I, myself, prefer a nice single malt scotch.
I'll tell you what. If I bring you a bottle of single malt scotch, will you answer some questions?
For a bottle of single malt, I will not only answer your questions, I will bless your family for 3 generations. For now, I must return to my preaching.
Sounds like a bottle of good scotch might loosen up Crazy Gary's tongue. I heard that Sal Lucido, the former owner of the Slice of Heaven pizza parlor, kept a first-rate stash of illegally imported booze somewhere on the street.
Well, with that, we actually want to be nice to this guy because he's actually going to be useful. Very, very soon. Well, maybe a few videos from now, but on this day he will be, actually useful. So let's actually pick the nice guy.
No, not
line
you,
of,
the one in the
conversation.
hat. Have you not come to be healed?
And we approach.
Well, now that you mention it, it's kind of hurt when I go like this.
Then quit doing it.
Wow, I'll be darned. You're right. That actually feels much better.
Heal thyself, stranger. The path of regularity and low blood pressure is straight and narrow. Partake not of the flesh, especially red meat, and choose instead the bulk and fiber of cereals, fruits, vegetables, and especially grains.
I kind of think that Atkins reversed a lot of that.
Oh, I get plenty of grains, of the fermented variety.
Ah, then you too are an
And this part's
imbiber
gonna be
of
the
the
same.
blessed potation.
Bourbon.
We've heard this
I'm-
before.
I'll tell you what. If I bring... Sounds like a bottle of good...
Okay, so you've heard him. So Sal Lucido probably probably has a bottle of scotch floating around somewhere. But where? What was that?
This dumpster smells like... Nothing to...
Huh. That was interesting. Never heard that before walking out of here. Maybe turning up run speed did something bad to the speed. Maybe that was just him talking in the chipmunk voice, I don't know. But a good place to start looking for said bottle of scotch.
The Slice of Heaven's been vacant for months.
Yep, that one. Let's see if we can get in a door.
The Slice of Heaven... The Slice of Heaven...
What it doesn't make abundantly clear...
The Slice of Heaven's been vacant... The Slice of Heaven's been vacant...
All those doors. All of those are blocked off. But this one.
I wonder why I never noticed this door here before.
Maybe because the game developers didn't put it in until now.
Yeah, floors and stairs in here are all pretty dusty. Doesn't look as though anybody's been in here for a while.
Well, then if we find any scotch, it should be well aged. But we can look around.
The boxes are all covered with dust. Passageway doesn't seem to have been used in quite a while.
There is one box. I do not recall the placement of it. There we go.
The box looks like it's empty. The box looks like it's...
And we move it.
Yeah,
And what do we have here?
it's a bottle of something. Yummy. 25-year-old scotch.
Bada bing.
Yeah,
Oh, give me that. We examine. Muddy River Scotch. 100% proof spirits. So 100% proof scotch. Not bad. I'm pretty sure he will. And just for some extra laughs, where is that door?
yeah, piece of sheet metal propped up.
Where does this door lead? The other door we took out. Well, recognize this place yet?
Sure looks like this door's painted on.
Yep. A door that just looked painted on. Even in the first game, it was painted on, if you recall that. So that's a nice little added bit from the developers, making that door actually, lead them back onto the street from somewhere. I'm at the wrong end of the street. But for now, we can go talk to Gary. Rather interesting character that we don't know what good he'll be yet, but it won't be too long before we find out. Excuse me, folks. I'm having some severe sinus trouble lately, so I'm going to be sniffing more than Kukoskia.
In a mighty voice, woe be unto ye, eaters of flesh.
Yeah.
I happen to be in the middle of a very important sermon.
Maybe not.
Well, I brought you an offering.
And a bottle of scotch. We can offer it.
How may I assist you, O venerable giver of the precious potation?
So now let's ask.
That appellation is foreign to me.
He does a few of those type of things.
I have been summoned by a greater power to preach against the forces of red meat and its kin. It is my calling in life, and I fear no man.
I do have to say I love his beard, though.
Yeah, I've not heard of such a thing. My ignorance is regrettable.
Ignorance is regrettable in a lot of
That appellation
places.
is... The fetid aromas billowing from their kitchen are insufferable. For that reason alone, I must forsake their supply of precious single malt scotch.
How's that green screen tasting? You're chewing it up pretty nicely there.
Now there is
Although
a
I like
man
this
of
guy.
insight. He eats no meat. Of course, he eats nothing but chocolate.
You know who
A
Gus is?
name with which
You
I...
don't know who he is?
My ignorance is regret.
Yes, it is.
That appellation is...
Sandra?
I saw this man but once,
Aha.
strolling along the thoroughfare. He appeared to drop an article of some sort. When he bent to retrieve it, I espied an object fall from his pocket. It turned out to be a key.
A key, huh? Well, there it is.
May indeed have the key, and I wish you luck in locating the poor man.
So we have a key. And I don't believe... Nope, that would be all. Yeah, that is all he can actually give us help with.
Your taste in Scotch is unquestionable. For that fact alone, I can bear the stench of digesting meat emanating from your every pore.
You know, this guy kind of reminds me of something.
Ah, the
Trying to
lovely
think of what it
creature
reminds me
who
of.
administers at the local newsstand. A sweet flower.
I don't like the way you said that, Louis.
That nefarious parasite, his very livelihood subsists on polluting the intestines of all the inhabitants in our fair locality. I have waged war upon him and his ilk, and only one of us will live to tell the tale.
You know, as helpful as he is, I don't think we can really take too kindly to anyone trying to mess with Louis there. But you know what? I just realized that his whole bit about smelling meat coming from you kind of reminds me of something I heard out of George Carlin a long time ago. I found a clip of him talking on Art Bell about how he'd gone vegetarian and how he could actually smell meat, and made a joke about meat eaters' aromas being more beefy, that type of thing. So it kind of reminds me of George Carlin a little bit. Maybe that's why I like the guy. I don't know. But anyway, excuse me. Enough of me rambling. You can tell my sinuses are clogging up now. But when we come back, we will see if we can find a use for this key. Until then, folks, take care, everybody. See you next time.